What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday, March 25th. I want to welcome everybody here to our Zoom, our live Zoom. You guys are first takers and be the first ones to take a look at what we have going on. Lisa, your mic, your thing is on. We got Nesbitt here, Nicholas Lyle's here too. So you guys may know myself, Dustin Menzel. You may know Lisa Krimmel. We own a company now about 15 months strong, very, very big, growing and growing by the day. And since day one, we've been trying to add a crypto aspect to it, and we were told we could not do it because of our merchants. We could get it shut down because it has crypto involved with it. So what we decided to do is we've decided to duplicate that, do the same exact thing, put a matrix in it, capture pages, landing pages, follow-up emails, and crypto education. There's no live, ideas, none of that stuff. It's just strictly education is what this is. Okay. Now this is going to be launched here, most likely mid-April is when we'll have it ready to go. So we cannot get our links for it yet. If somebody invited you here, make sure you get back with them to get their links. They'll have them when we get going. And if just wait until then, okay? But because we're partnering up with a company who's been around for a minute as well, that's heavily into the crypto industry and really, really well known. And you get paid for doing the things that you've done since the day you were born. What does that mean? You've been sleeping since the day you were born. So yeah, you can get paid for that too. You haven't been walking or exercising since then, but there's all kinds of things you're going to get paid for. Nesbitt's going to get into that in a minute. Before he gets into that, I just want to touch on our matrix that we're going to have in our platform. We're going to have It's going to be a one-time $100 fee. It's going to be $10 per month. It's going to be a 3x10 matrix. It's going to get big. It's going to be all over the globe, US, California, Mexico, Japan, Australia, wherever you could believe, UK, Asia. It's going to be all over the place. Okay. It's not going to be just for US. So all the people that have known us, right? We've just been in the US and Canada for the past 15 months with our current program. It's going to be all over the place. So and at the end, by the way, when Nesbitt, when he goes through what he's going to go through right now, we're going to give away over $500 worth of crypto type things, and you guys will know what we're talking about once it gets in this presentation. So stick around to the end. We're going to put the link in there at the end, and if you know what Lisa and I do, we'll open it up and we'll pull random numbers with the generator that we have, and we'll be able to give those to you guys. Each one's worth about $57. But they can earn you money. You can get going as soon as possible. So once again, the reason why we are doing this now is because there's a very special offer that the company that we partnered up with for you guys to really lock in before the 1st of April. Okay. Now, if you've never done crypto before, don't worry about it. That's why we made the program that we have to teach with the crypto education. Okay. So don't worry about it. Don't get stressed out. Nesbitt's going to be doing live calls daily with people to help them walk it through it. He also has videos that he's set up to help people, walk them through it as well. If you are a crypto, even know it a little bit, it's going to come quick. If you're expert, it's going to come really quick and you get excited. I'm going to borrow a word from somebody I just heard this recently from. The only downside to this whole entire thing you're going to hear is that you're probably not gonna be able to sleep too well tonight. There's the only thing that I could say that's gonna happen that's gonna be bad about this is you're not gonna be able to have much sleep because your brain is gonna go crazy. Please save the questions in the chat. Most of the things that Nesbitt's gonna talk about right now, we'll answer those questions. And at the end, if we have enough time, we'll do a little Q&A. If not, then we'll maybe do one, a little bit later. But right now, we're gonna kind of open up the door to Nesbitt and let him do his thing. If you guys are ready to fall in love with a crypto expert, then here you go. Nesbitt, do your thing, kiddo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dustin. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, thank you so much for having me this evening. This has been a long time coming. I'm super, super pumped for this, you guys. If you were at the Send It event in Las Vegas back in November, you got the opportunity to hear me speak. You got the opportunity to hear a little bit of what is coming to our crypto education course. And I just want to highlight that just a little bit more because we didn't put enough fire on it. You guys, there's so many people out there who want to take advantage of the crypto space, but they have absolutely no idea where to even start. So I just want to ask you guys this question. Who is sick of missing out on opportunity after opportunity after opportunity? You hear about something, and then later on down the road, you say, man, I should have got in that. Man, I should have got in that. If you're tired of being late and you're tired of missing opportunity, please put a 7 in the chat. Let's see that chat light up with 7s. I mean, seriously, I'm so mad that I was in high school during 2008 when I could have bought a house. Like, what am I doing? Wasting my time in school when I could be investing in real estate. What am I doing missing out on opportunities like investing in Apple? What am I doing missing out on one of the biggest ones of all time? Literally, the biggest investment opportunity of all time has been Bitcoin. No question about it. So I want you guys to kind of keep that at the top of your mind as I'm going through this. You're not going to want to miss this information. So please put any distractions to the side and stay as focused as possible as I go through this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen right here. And I'm going to share it with sound because I've got some video in here.
We can
And I'm going
see
to
it.
play it from the start. Can you see it okay?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so every step, every mile, every workout, every calorie burn, every minute of sleep, as Nick Lau's favorite category of this whole entire thing, right?
That is
Because
true.
he does not get enough of that. But he's incentivized to get more and more sleep in this project because he gets paid for doing it. So these are things that we do every single day. Now, I want you guys to put in the chat who started January off with a New Year's resolution that I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get healthy. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you had that New Year's resolution. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get healthy this year. Right? That chat's probably lighting up with a whole bunch of 1s. But guess what? We fall off. Who is still on that resolution of I'm going to go out there and do the things that I need to do to maintain a healthy body? And why is that? I mean, we have summer coming up, right? We want to make sure we have our summer body going and things like that, but we're not really incentivized to go out there. Life gets busy. We're at work. We got kids. We got vacations. We got all these different things. We got work. I mean, so many distractions that prevent us from getting to our health goals. But what this project does is it bridges your fitness goals with your financial goals. So what I want to do really quick is I want to cover over some health facts. Heart disease and cancer are the top 2 causes of death in America. Yes or yes? These are just facts, guys. 67% of American adults are overweight or obese. I'm not pointing any fingers. Once again, this is just the facts. 97% of Americans are failing to meet the ideal healthy lifestyle. And tobacco use and poor nutrition, physical inactivity, and exercise, excessive alcohol use are the top reasons for disease in America. Now, everybody, I want you to look. You might be watching the Zoom on a mobile device right now. Okay. You might be wearing a fitness tracker. I keep my Apple Watch with me everywhere that I go. If you have one or both of these things, did you know that your phone is tracking your physical data every single day? You may or may not even know it. You probably got apps in there you had no clue whatsoever. But that data is getting collected on your phone every single day. And I'm going to show you guys how you can turn that into cash money. All right. So the way this project works is it is mirrored off of the tokenomics of Bitcoin. And for some of you guys, you're going to need to get into the course to understand some of this language like tokenomics. I'm going to teach all of it in the course. So don't let this go over your head. I just want to compare it to something that you may already know, which is Bitcoin. So the way this project was developed is just like Bitcoin. That means there will ever only be 21 million tokens minted ever in circulation, only 21 million, which is really good. There are some meme coin projects out there and they've got billions of coins out there or trillions of coins out there. And what does that do? That just dilutes the value of those tokens. So this is mapped just like Bitcoin tokenomics. So the project we're talking about is MoveQuest. It's decentralized. It's a self-funding ecosystem. It's got NFT miners involved. And Dustin, I'm going to correct you, man. We've got some miners that are valued at over $100, not just the $50 ones. So these are the second tier miners. I'm going to get into more detail. But these we're giving away over $1,000 tonight, you guys, just for being here. So make sure you stay all the way through. You're going to want to learn how to acquire those miners. All right. So MoveQuest is an app that turns fitness into fortune, bridging the gap between digital and fitness. Submitting your proof of physical activity. What does that mean? Proof of physical activity. That means you're going to get paid for doing the things you already do, like walking on the street, walking indoors, going for a hike, running, casual activity, any sports. I know that my daughter, she's just turned 6 and she's super energetic running around the house. And when we're running around playing, roughing it out, I am actually earning money for that because I've got my watches on and it's tracking all those steps. If you got kids in high school and they're wearing their watch, hey, put them to work. They're walking around all day. If you got a job that is labor intensive and you're walking around all day, make sure you're tracking that physical activity. You're going to get paid for all that. Even for people who have disabilities, you guys, I've seen people who are wheelchair bound. I've seen people who are bed bound as well. And even if you're laying in a bed, guess what? You can still do this motion. Some of you, right? So you'll still get paid for that activity too. And we'll show you how to benefit from that. So getting started, all you need is a smartphone. That's it. If you have a fitness tracker, that's even better. You're going to earn 30% more. You'll be missing out on 30% if you don't, but it's not the end of the world. You can still earn with just a smartphone. Apple and Android as well will work. You're going to need to just get your miners, unlock your mining dock, and then I'll teach you how to fund your wallet. So this is a true crypto project, you guys. This is not just something that you put some money in and you watch it grow. This is something you're contributing to every single day. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem. And what is so special about what we have with our community is that just with the outreach that this team has alone, there's over 20,000 people. Because I'm going to say that again, we have over 20,000 people that can contribute to this ecosystem. That means that with the snap of a finger, we can quadruple the entire size of MoveQuest as we move together as one unit. And I'm going to show you how that's beneficial for us. So you plug in your miners, you dock them in, you power them up, and you start earning MQT rewards every day. MQT is the name of our native token, and you're going to start earning that for your proof of physical activity when you submit. Submissions matter. Your proof of physical activity gets reported right to the blockchain, but it's all anonymous. We don't know your name. We don't know your address. We don't know your email. We don't know, your shoe size. Any personal information stays with you. Everything is done on blockchain with just your wallet address from your phone or computer, so you can stay 100% anonymous. So this is that ecosystem that I'm talking about here. Everything that you do a part of this project, it stays in the ecosystem. 90% of every dollar in the MoveQuest project goes right back into the liquidity and right back into the ecosystem of MoveQuest. So those of you guys who are crypto heads out there, you know exactly what that means and you know how powerful that is in a project. Usually it's the opposite. There's a couple projects, couple tokens. I'm not going to name any names, but they came out, they were hyped up, and I would say 20 to 30% stays with the project, and 70 to 60% or 70 to 80% goes into the pockets of the creator of the app. And that's something that's called a pump and dump, right? So a bunch of people will buy, and then the owners will pocket it. This is the complete opposite. It's 100% transparent. It's 100% on the Avalanche blockchain, so you can see it as black and white. So we have the MoveQuest miners. This is the difference in getting started with your MoveQuest journey. You have different miners: the Navigator, the Trailblazer, the Explorer, the Vanguard, and the Titan. And it's measured in volts or percentage of mining. So basically what that means is that you can get started with any level miner that you want, but the higher level miners that you have, the more energy or the more of a reward you're going to receive every single day in MoveQuest. So keep in mind, like, the size of the pickaxe here. You see the biggest one is there on the right. You're obviously going to have access to more rocks or more rewards. If you're mining for gems, you're going to want to stick with that Titan, but anybody can get started with the Navigator. So what does it take to get started, and how does this work specifically? So to get started, you're going to stake in something called a hatchery. And don't let this go over your head, you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be doing calls all week long to help onboard people. So no one is going to get left behind. I don't want people to get fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. Um, this project is really, really fantastic. And we have a huge community of people. We can really dominate in this space if we come together, you guys. And this is just one of the projects that's going to be introduced inside of the course. There's much, much more to come. But the main focus, of course, is going to be crypto education, is going to be, how to get started with crypto, how to buy it, how to secure your words, how to understand tokenomics, looking at coins and tokens that are already out there in the open market, not necessarily just these projects that come up overnight. This MoveQuest project has been in the works and running for 4 years strong. I've vetted it very, very hard. I know the founder. I got the opportunity to meet her in Arizona this year. And that's the only reason why we're pushing this project so hard. It's community driven. That means we move as a unit, you guys. So with the Navigator miner, it's $57 to mint. And these are the other miners. So the Trailblazer miner that you're looking at right there is worth 100% mining power or voltage power every single day. That's going to give you a reward. I'm going to show you what that translates to in dollars. And you guys, we're going to start making money right away in this crypto community. Okay, so I'm not going to bring you anything where, you're going to put money in and you're just kind of, praying and wishing that something's going to come back. This is something that you're going to see a return on right away. So I'm going to give you some real life examples of what that looks like here in just a bit. But you can see the Trailblazer miner is worth 100%. The Explorer is 150, the Vanguard is 200, and the Titan is 400. You see that Trailblazer miner is worth 115 USDT. Who's excited to win one of those? Let me see a 3 in the chat. Light up that chat with some 3s. We're going to give some of these away tonight. I'm excited. I love giving stuff away for free. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you're going to get started and the advantage that you have by going into something called the Rewards Hatchery. This is a limited time special. All right. So unlike traditional staking, the MoveQuest Rewards Hatchery lets you stake MQT for your miners. 100% MQT return plus 222 days while actively contributing to the ecosystem. What does that mean in English, Nick? Tell me just in layman's terms. What that means is you are going to stake MQT for 222 days, and in return, you're going to get your miner immediately, and you're going to get a bonus MQT in your wallet, and you're going to see that accumulate every single day. Here's the kicker. This ends on April 1st. So that's why we got this out as soon as we possibly could, you guys. So time is of the essence, but I don't want you guys to rush and do it incorrectly. So we want to get it done quickly, but we want to also take our time. Slow is fast and fast is slow with this. What does that mean? After April 1st, you can still stake your MQT, but you won't get it back at the end of the 222 days. You'll still get your reward. You'll still get your miner, but you won't get your initial investment back. Right now, the promotion is you will get your initial back. And I'm going to show you what that looks like with some real world numbers right here. Let's see here. So this is kind of what it will look like when you're inside the website. If you want to get the Vanguard as an example, you're going to stake for 222 days. This is going to be for a one example, MQT. It'll show you $225 worth, and then your AVAX fee, which is 15% of the cost. So you just multiply that out based on however many miners that you want to get. 8 miners is the max. 8 miners is the max per account. So if you ever see me, you might have seen me in Vegas at the conference or whatnot, but you'll know that I stay with at least 3 accounts, right? I try and get as many accounts that I possibly can, because the more accounts that I have, the more MQT that I am accruing every single day. And I'm going to show you that in some real world examples. I think it might be coming up on the next slide here. This is an example of a Vanguard 39. Somebody went in for 39 Vanguards. They staked their MQT, which they're going to get back in 222 days of 944 worth. We don't look at the dollar amount, and I'm going to tell you why that's so important. Over 222 days, as we come together as a community, the price of MQT is going to go up, 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 up. So this was worth 87.75 today, but wait till I pull out that calculator. You guys aren't ready. You guys are not ready. All right, so all right, here we go. We're going to get into the calculator now. So I'm going to pull up the calculator and I'm going to show you guys some real world examples of what this looks like. All right, so let's say, for an example, you want to get started with 8 of the Navigator miners. So I would come in here. I'm going to make this 8. And you don't have to do 8. You guys can literally just do 1, and that's fine. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5. You just can't do more than 8 per wallet account. Okay. So let's just say you're going to get 8 navigators, and your initial is going to be the $50 for the miner plus the AVAX fee. So about $57. That's where the 57 on that slide came from. The cool thing is, until the 1st, so stay with me here, until the 1st of April, at the end of it, you're going to get your MQT deposit back. You're going to get this 72 MQT back. After the 1st, you won't get this back, but you'll still get your reward. What does that mean? Your reward, because you get 0.001846 for every MQT that you deposit into the hatchery. All right. So let's just say at the end of 222 days, it's worth $100. Which is something that I think we could actually accomplish before the end of this week. And at the end of it, if you hold it for $100 at the end of 222 days, your let's see, how much did it cost you? $563 all in. $563 will turn into $10,193. Is anybody excited about that? Please let me know in the chat. Drop some fire, drop some sevens, drop something. Let's just say you did 1. You're all in for about $70 after everything. And if it gets to $100 at the end of 222, you will have made $1,274. But let's just say, because we know we can hit $100 easy, let's just say it turns into $325. Well, now that same $70 turns into $4,157. And you guys, this is just the bonus. This is not counting the MQTs that you're earning every day for your proof of physical activity. So that's the advantage that you have getting into the hatchery before the end of the month, April 1st. So let's say you want to do some of these higher powered ones. Let's say you want to do the highest one that you can go into the hatchery for. Let's say you do 16 because it takes two Vanguards to merge into one Titan, and you can't put Titans in the hatchery. But Vanguards, let's just say you did 16. All in to get started, it would be $5,075. You're going to get your MQT deposit back at the end of 222 days. And if you hold to $326, your $5,075 turns into $300,000. Who's excited about that? When I tell you guys, when I tell you guys we are going to make money when we first get started with this project, we are making money for our steps, for our sleeps, for our exercise, for all of these different things. And this is just the bonus at the end of it, you guys. Hodl. Hodl is a phrase in the crypto community. But let's just say we can dream mode this, you guys. Let's say, so the creator, I was just speaking with her. We speak pretty regularly. Her goal for the end of this year is to get the price of MQT to $2,225. You guys, this is just math. This is just an Excel spreadsheet. I put it in, and you can see those same MQTs that you deposited, you'll get them back in 222 days. It only cost you $5,000. You're holding. If you hold to 2,225, that turns into $2,052,658. You guys, don't say we can't do it. Don't say it's impossible. We come together as a community, we make it happen. We're actually ahead of pace of Bitcoin. So we follow the same tokenomics as Bitcoin, right? And to get to where we have been with MoveQuest, it took Bitcoin 4 years to accomplish it, and we knocked it out in one. So do you think that if we keep the same trajectory, if we keep sharing this with people, we don't need to share this with anybody. The system does not rely on new people coming in. It does not rely on new money coming in to sustain itself. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem. But say that people do come in, we share the word, we share awareness. Do you think we can get to where Bitcoin is today? Let's dream mode it. I think last we were at 84,500, right? I'm gonna break the sheet, you guys. There's not enough room. Look at that. 77 mil. So I'm just telling you guys dream mode. Remember, this is all in correspondence to how much you deposit into the hatchery. You're going to get your MQT back at 222 days. But I just wanted to show you the possibility. This is an extra bonus on top of what you're going to get every day for submitting your proof of physical activity. All right. So let's see here. I want to go back to my slides. PowerPoint. Oops. Hang on. I want to share with sound. Share with sound. Play from the start. I don't know why. Oops. There we go. Okay, so now I want to go into some added benefits that we have of this project, because that's just a little piece of the pie. Some more of this pie is that you'll be able to get, so you might be thinking, well, can I get more than the 8 miners? You can get as many miners as you want in your account. And the reason why somebody would want to have more than 8, I know people that have hundreds of miners. You'll be able to lease those miners out. Who's familiar with the project? There's a crypto project called Gala, right? Or Gala, depending on how you pronounce it. So for anyone that's familiar with the Gala project, you used to be able to get a miner for about $600 when they first came out. Now, if you try and get that same Gala node, it's over $100,000. So what does that mean? It means that the MoveQuest miners right now are the price that they are. But in the future, your asset is going to appreciate. People won't be able to come into the system and just up and drop, $100,000 for a miner. They're going to have to lease it. You'll be able to rent your miner out to people. Think of the possibilities, you guys. Think of big amusement parks. Think of Disneyland. Think of Universal. Think about having a kiosk outside of the gates. They're going to be walking all day long, right? They're going to be walking. So why not hook them up with the lease and say, hey, I'm going to hook you up with the lease. It's going to cost you $100, but by the time you submit all your proof of physical activity, you're going to turn around and make 500 for the day just for walking anyways. You think somebody will pay you 100 to make 5? I think so. That's a no-brainer, right? So you want to acquire as many miners as you can now so you can lease those later on down the road as they appreciate in value. It's just like real estate. This is just digital real estate. If you've ever heard that term, this is another form of digital real estate. So leasing is where it's at, you guys. So I want to give you guys a real life mathematical example. So in order to contribute to the ecosystem, remember we talked about all the different ways. Submitting your proof of physical activity is one of those ways. And there is a fee to submit every day. This is the fee per the miner that you have. And if you have all 8, this is the total, basically this row times 8. So let's look at an example. If you've got 8 Titans, it's $4.20 to submit daily. Over 30 days, it's $126. You will earn approximately 1.5 MoveQuest for doing that, for maxing out your proof of physical activity. Mine monthly is going to be around 45. The MQT value at $9, you will have earned $409. But you'll earn after your submission fees $279, and for the year it's $3,348. Okay, so if you guys want to take a screenshot of this so you can go back, or I'm sure this is being recorded so you can run it back and watch. But let's just say MoveQuest goes to $25, which I think will be there relatively quickly. And this isn't hype, this isn't speculation, because our all-time high is $125. So we've been there before, we're going to get there again. It just takes a surge, right? I told you we have the community, we have the people to do it. We got to $125 with guess how many people in the community? We did it with about 4,000 people in that community. So, do you think we could have a huge impact if we multiply the community by four? I think so. So, once we get back to the $25 price range, those same figures, now for the year on 8 Titans, you're earning 11,000, just under $12,000, right? Well, now check this out. Same example for the $9, but now let's just say MoveQuest goes back to $80. Remember, this is aside from the bonus of the hatchery and all that. This is what you're earning every day just by submitting your proof of physical activity for things you're doing already: walking, running, exercising, sleeping, picking up the kids, cleaning up around the house, doing dishes, mopping, sweeping, all the different things, making love. That's also another way you get proof of physical activity, right? You wear your watch, hey, you get paid for that now. So you don't have to download the app. Anyways, so getting back on course, your profit for the year, on an $80 MQT value is $41,000. You see why I wear 3 watches? Now I can multiply this number by 3 and multiply this number by 3, and you see what it does. So when you see people, we got people in our community that got like 5 watches on each arm. It's really hilarious to see. But hey, it's a good way to spread awareness. So the last thing I want to leave you guys with before we open it up for questions, I was just able to take a cruise in February, and I want to show you just some simple ways that you could earn on your proof of physical activity. I'm going to play this. Let me know if you guys can hear. All right, so this was the view from our room. We had a balcony, and look at how beautiful this private island is. This is MSC's private island, Ocean Key. Look at how amazing that water is, just gorgeous. So this is us walking down to the private island, and I'm getting in my steps, getting paid to walk down. We came up on an elevator, and we said, nah, we're gonna just take the stairs. We were on the 13th deck of this cruise ship, and we're just making our way down, and it's a really good way to burn those calories after the buffet. Flex on them a little bit here in the mirror. Got to look good before you hit the beach, right? And so this is us just walking around, exploring the island, getting our steps in, and just taking in all the scenic views before all the crowd hits the beach. And we are getting paid for all of this activity. You can see here we got a little over 2 miles, and now we get to enjoy the rest of the day on the beach. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking I'm sick of thinking. I'm gonna do it. I'm putting together for our crypto community. I'm putting together a cruise. I know of a company where we can get hooked up on travel deals. So I'm going to put together a cruise for our crypto community. And who wants to go on that cruise and make some magic happen, earn money while you're walking around on the cruise? Drop some sevens in the chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. That's what I'm talking about. I love to see those.
Drop some
Awesome.
fire in the chat for Nesbitt, guys. Drop some fire in the chat also. Give some tens and nines and everything for him. If you guys aren't familiar with Nesbitt, that's what he brings, the fire. That making love thing was amazing. A lot of people, somebody in the comment was like, my husband's going to be really happy about that. I was cracking up with it. And guess what? He's going to be the guy who runs the whole entire educational platform. Very easy to talk to, very outgoing guy, just a good person, and he's going to break it down. I've seen a lot of comments of people saying that it's over my head, I'm lost. That's what we're doing this for, to make sure that it's not over your head, so you're not lost, right? It's what and this is going to come out in mid April. So if it's over your head right now, great, you could wait if you want to. But this opportunity that ends with the hatchery part of it, it's going to go forever. But there's a very good opportunity with the MoveQuest to get in by April 1st. Now you could do it at $57, like you said. We're gonna give away over $1,000. I did not know it was that much, but it is what it is. Lisa and I were gonna be happy with that too. And if you are currently in MoveQuest, I've seen a lot of people in there too. Great, because imagine what this is gonna do for the number. You don't have to go. This isn't a affiliate marketing thing. We're not gonna give you a link to sign up and we have a leg here, a leg there. It's not what it is. We want to grow this because we want to see it go as high as possible. I know myself. I know Lisa. I know Nick. We put a lot in there. I'm looking at the candles right now on the MoveQuest, and it's going up, 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 up. Right now, last I just looked, it's at $5.73, so up about 23 cents from what you're even showing, meaning that right now is the time to get in. And if you're not sure how to get in, that's what Nesbitt's going to teach you guys is how to get in. Now, Nesbitt, do you have how they could get in right now? Like the people that actually know crypto, do you have a link to give to them for the MoveQuest if they don't know what it is? So they could actually
Yeah,
go
so
start?
basically, my plan, I have the link. We can definitely drop it in the chat for sure. For people that know how to get started, all you need, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown. This is going to take 30 seconds to a minute. You need to be on an exchange. You need to be on an exchange like Robinhood, Coinbase, crypto.com, X or Kraken, and you need to purchase Avalanche. When you're making your purchase, make sure you do it with a debit card because if you do it with your bank account, sometimes they will hold your funds and you don't want to have your funds held up. Once you have that purchase made, and I have this in video steps, I'm going to send it out to everybody so that they'll have it as well. But I'm just letting you know since you're here, you showed up, so you get the reward, right? Um, Once you buy your AVAX on the exchange, you send it to a MetaMask wallet, and you can do that on your desktop through Chrome extension or on your phone on the app. Once you send AVAX to your wallet, from there, you just import the MQT token address, and I'm going to drop that in the chat so you guys have it, along with our link so you can get started. And then from there, all you have to do is convert your AVAX into MoveQuest. When you're doing that, that's helping the ecosystem. That you're going to see those green candles go up, 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 up. So you guys, definitely want to do something sooner rather than later, but do not rush to do it because you don't want to do it incorrectly. After you convert, you just go into the hatchery and you stake it. And then from there, you're off to the races. And I'll be more than happy to, I can take questions now and I can also stay. I've got another guest on here who's going to help me out with Androids. I'd be more than happy to stay and help walk
Hey,
people through
Destin,
it. I could share my screen
one second.
and
Destin.
kind
Do
of.
you want me to start dropping the giveaway link?
Not yet, not yet. So what we're gonna do here, and I want to hit a couple of things first, before we
Mhm.
get into the Q&A aspect of it, because this is a bit for the people that already know what it is, right? The people are gonna put in
Yep.
here different things. So if you know how to do it, right? If what he just said makes sense to you, and even if you don't, but you're going to learn it, and you're gonna jump on for the next week and learn how to do everything that Nicholas just said. That's what we're going to give away these miners to, right? I don't care if you're already in MoveQuest. That's not what it is here. We want to see MoveQuest go to the moon is we want to see that MoveQuest go to. So you can share it with anybody that you want to, and you should. You should be all over your Facebook right now saying, hey, if you know about MoveQuest, you need to get in right now because it's at $5.73. And I guarantee it's going to be up very, very quickly, not just from our community, but what they're doing with the leasing and what they're doing with the hatchery. This thing is going crazy. And speaking with Lynette yesterday and also last Saturday, how real this is. It's no pull, right? This is no rug pull. There's no way it could even happen. You can see everything live. It's absolutely amazing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a link in the chat in a minute. Not yet, Nick. And if you are already, if you're gonna jump in, because there's no reason to even put your name in there if you're not gonna do it. If it's not for you, you're gonna wait. Then don't do it. But if you're gonna jump in with this, whether you're already in MoveQuest or not, we don't care. You're part of the community. You showed up here. We're gonna drop a link. Go ahead, Nick. Drop the link.